Good morning, everybody. We're here in Utah. We're getting ready to take off and to go tour Capitol Reef National Park. And gosh, our weather is beautiful. We got the beautiful red rocks behind us. Just had a great night of sleep in our little camper.
And we stayed in an incredible RV park, probably the nicest I've ever stayed in the sense that it is pretty tight in here, but everybody's being quiet, it's clean, it's well kept, and we are ready for an exciting...
Looking forward to the road. We're about 10 miles from the park. We got to stop and get a little bit of gasoline, but other than that, we are ready for the day. It's been a great trip. Death Valley was really a highlight out there. We enjoyed that a lot, and we've just now slowly worked our way back east. So anyway, looking forward to the day. Here we are out on the highway just before the entrance to Capitol Reef. Gosh, just this part is beautiful.
From our last video, you guys should know that I really like to see the signs that say odd things crossing the road. So a marmot crossing was a lot of fun.
So when you ride into the park, this is the first thing you're going to see. The fruit trees are just in rows all the way through there, and they've maintained it perfectly in there. Don't let that fool you, though. This is cool, but the interior of the park is really cool.
So this is the campground in the park, which we tried to stay in, but it was full. And this year and last year we've had that struggle, but it's okay. We're not going to let it dampen our trip. It would have been nice to stay in the park, but now we're in for a great ride.
As you can see in this video, it is beautiful down here. Angela's done a great job capturing this canyon. We have driven past this park for 20 years. And I am so glad we finally stopped and checked it out. It only gets better from here. This is where the pavement ends. I saw a lot of the street bike guys turn around here, and they probably should, but we had the dual sport, so we went on out onto the dirt track. As you get in a little further, the road transitions from pavement to gravel to sand, and so you kind of have to be prepared for that as you ride in, but it's still fairly easy track, and the scenery is worth it.
So these narrowing canyons are just stunning. It's really hard to capture on film because it's straight up. But hopefully you can kind of see what we were looking at, and I want to encourage you to take this dirt road if you ever get a chance. It's great. At this point, the road does end and it's only a hiking trail. I got off and hiked a little ways in. There's some petroglyphs on in, but they're pretty worn, they're pretty faded. We've seen some really great petroglyphs in other places. But it was still kind of a nice hike and a lot of people hiking that day. At this point, I got off of the bike and set up the camera because I wanted to show John riding through these canyons. The perspective, again, since it's so straight up, was a little hard to capture, and I thought this showed it better. So the return trip is obviously the same, but the light had changed so much that the scenery was just a whole different experience. And so again, this was quite a ride, and I'm so sorry we've skipped over it so many times, but it made it a great trip for this time.
Now check this out. The roads are empty. There were quite a few people back there hiking, but I felt like we basically had the park to ourselves. It was just so nice to enjoy the scenery and take our time and just look at the beauty of this place. It is worth seeing.
Seeing this reminded us, about 15 years ago we did explore Capitol Reef on the southern end. We took the ferry across Lake Powell and did the Burr Trail, which was an adventure.
Yes, we got out there. I don't know how many miles. It felt like 500, but it wasn't near that. But it was very hot that day. We ended up running out of water, and it was kind of spooky back there, and the roads were really steep and loose.
It was an adventure, and if I would encourage somebody, it was beautiful, but to be more prepared than we were at the time.
It may be paved now, but at the time it wasn't. It's worth the research, and so yeah, check it out if you get a chance.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching our videos. We really enjoy seeing God's country, and we hope we inspire you.
Yeah, we do appreciate it, and be sure to leave a comment if you like the video. We'd love to hear from you.